and I have actively taught diversity, tolerance, anti-racism, civil rights, slavery, Holocaust, Japanese internment, and anti-bullying since 1989. Yeah, I'm old. So teaching about race, racism, and anti-racism has recently become even more important to our young people, and there is no age too young to learn about race. My experience with teaching about race is that it's not only important for our students of color, but even more important for our white students. The color of one's skin is not something that can be hidden, ignored, or overlooked. It is the first thing we see when we meet someone new, because your skin is your whole body, and it's a huge part of a person's identity. Color blindness, we don't see color here, is a form of racism that basically erases that huge part of someone's identity. It is saying, we don't see you. You don't matter. Your identity does not matter. Educators who teach a complete history of race and racism are acknowledging and affirming people's identities. Those who say that critical race theory should not be taught in schools are either in total denial of the role of racism in our history, or are fundamentally racist and are fighting to maintain their white privilege and all the benefits that come with it. CRT is not a new concept, nor is teaching about race and the history of racism. This is a truth that needs to be acknowledged and accepted by our society. What many do not understand is that giving all people equality and equity does not diminish their own rights or privileges. Looking at laws, policies, and curriculum through an equity lens and revising such laws, policies, and curriculum to be equitable and fair for everyone will only strengthen our society and bring people together. And what's not scripted is I'm looking at that sign over there that Anne's holding, teach history, or else we'll repeat it. All we have to do is turn on the news to find out that that is exactly true. And in teaching history, anything that we have taught, anything that I've taught throughout history, I could always connect it, sadly, to current events. So we need to teach the truth. Children need to be taught the truth of history and the critical thinking skills it takes to take us into the future.